Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys today about 22 long rifle, what I use, what works really good for me. So basically this video is going to end up being a review of this Blazer ammo, and it's made by CCI. And this is really good stuff. I've been using this stuff for over a year now. About 10 years ago, I was using the Federal. Then I started using the Armscor, and I had misfires with both of them. And ever since I started using the Blazer, this stuff has been working very reliably for me, with very few misfires, okay, and very few squib loads. If you use something like the I forget what it's called, the Thunderbolt, Remington Thunderbolts, those things are absolute garbage. You're going to get a lot of misfires with that. But what I'm doing in this video, I'm focusing on ammo that is sold in these 50 round boxes, but at the same time is sold in bulk. So this is a 500 round brick, where the 500 rounds are packaged into 50 round boxes. And that's actually a great convenience for me, because as I'm traveling around to different ranges, as part of my my control on time, and how many rounds I'm spending on a particular subject with somebody, or if let's say I'm training a whole family, sometimes I'll give them each one of these boxes. So basically it's a way for me to control and keep track of how much shooting people are doing, as opposed to giving them a bucket of this loose ammo. And this is good stuff. This is the Remington 22 Gold, and that's what I use for myself. Okay, so I use that loose stuff. But for training people, as I'm traveling around, I want to have a control on how much shooting they're doing, and that's why I need to use these bricks that have these that are subdivided into these 50 round boxes. So that's a great convenience for me. And I buy these, like, this is the shipment I just got in. There's basically 5,000 rounds here, right? There's 10 boxes, 500 rounds each. And I basically order this every 3 months, okay? It's a little less than 3 months. So basically I still have some stuff left over. This is what's left over from the last shipment I got in. So because I buy in bulk like this, it's really easy for me to keep track of how much shooting I do, per year. So, I know I buy this 4 times a year, 5,000 rounds in the box. I know I'm doing 20,000 rounds of 22 long rifle with people. Okay, and then for myself, I know I'm buying, how much of this stuff I'm buying. So I'm doing about 10,000 rounds, just for myself. I might use some of that to train a few friends and some family as well. But basically, I'm going through about 10,000 rounds of this Remington Golden Bucket for myself. So basically, these are the two ammo that I use and I like and I recommend: the Blazer CCI and the Remington Golden Buckets. Okay. Now this Blazer stuff, this is a. Actually, let me open one up a little bit. There we go. If you take the bullet out, you'll see that it's a lead bullet. It's not full metal jacket, and I couldn't care less. It works good. Some people don't like using lead for whatever reason. They say that it makes their barrel a little bit dirtier. It leaves behind lead particles. Like I said, I really don't care about that. If you guys see my other videos, I do pretty much the minimal cleaning on my guns, and the reason is simple: because I don't get paid to clean guns, I get paid to train people. And as long as the guns work and they keep working, and they've been working for at least the 10 years I've been doing this, I'm not going to clean them any more than I need to clean them. So I have no problem using this lead stuff. And I do 20,000 rounds a year, and basically I use 2 Mark III pistols and 2 Ruger 10/22 rifles, and this stuff kind of gets split between the 4 of them. So each of those guns is doing about 5,000 rounds per year. And you know, I mean the Ruger Mark IIIs only get cleaned once a year, and that's only if I feel a little bit of sticking. The Ruger 1022s I have never taken apart. Once a year I'll just open up the bolt and I'll spray it and I'll brush it. But beyond that, I've never had a reason to take the gun, you know, to completely break down the gun. So you know, clean, good enough is good enough. The gun is clean, it runs. I don't have a problem. So despite what some people might say, you know, 22, yeah, it is a little bit dirtier, but it's not that much dirtier. I find that my AR Colt, right, which is the AR 22, right, that's a 22 AR. You know, that needs to be cleaned a little bit more often. You know, definitely once a year I gotta break that gun apart and give it a good cleaning, and that's because, you know, it's just because of the design of the system. I mean, you know, when they designed that gun, their primary goal was to make a 22 that was similar to an AR-15, not necessarily to make a gun of the best design possible. As opposed to the Ruger 1022, you know, their goal from the ground up was basically to create a great 22 rifle. Okay, so that's the reason why, you know, my Colt 22 AR needs to, you know, that needs to be opened up once a year and cleaned. And that, like I said, I'm doing about, let's say I'm doing about, because of the 10,000 rounds of this stuff that I buy, probably 75% of it goes into that. The other 25% goes into the SR22 pistol that I use. So that gun is easily doing, let's say, about 6,000-7,000 rounds a year before I need to clean it. So yes, it does get dirty. It needs to be cleaned, but hey, it still goes 7,000 rounds. So, you know, it's not that bad of a design. So there are my thoughts on that. I've been buying this stuff from the CCI stuff from Sportsman Outdoor. The last time I bought this, I did really good. I bought these 5,000 rounds for about $165. Okay, shipped. The prices went back up. This time around, it cost me about $185, which is still not bad. I'm not complaining about that. At one point, this stuff was a lot more expensive, but you know, right now it's pretty cheap. So $185, you get 5,000 rounds of this stuff. Like I said, and the main convenience for me is because it's boxed into 50-round boxes, and it's good because of the way I train people. Now, if I was using this stuff for myself, I guess, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to have to take it out of the boxes. You know, I much prefer having this, you know, loose 22s for myself, so I don't have to, you know, sit there and unbox them. So for a lot of you guys, it's not going to make sense to want to use, you know, ammo that's boxed in you know, in 50-round boxes, right? But you may have a reason for it. You might be training your kids. You may want to, you know, put them on a budget, whereas, you know, how much ammo they're shooting every weekend. You know, if that's the case, this might be a good option. You know, you buy a brick of this and you say, hey, you know, every weekend we're going to shoot two of these boxes, two of these 50-round boxes. So, you know, that may be a way that you might be able to use this. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please post them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Talk to you guys next time.